Let me give you the craziest scenario. Imagine you are a successful doctor and you meet a woman that you love. And in order to be with her and support her, you decide to quit your job as a doctor to be her personal assistant. Her personal assistant. What kind of personal assistant, you ask? Today, we're going to find out in this Love Don't Judge video. We love reacting to Love Don't Judge. I'm a sucker for reality TV. And yes, it is the same person. I got a haircut, trimmed my beard. I no longer look homeless. 2025 really did change me. Okay, let's get into it. I'm a sucker for drama, so a reality TV. So let's get into it.
I'm Quinn, and this is my partner, Alex.
I quit my...
Oh, which by the way, my channel is a conversation, so be sure to subscribe, and link to the original video will be down in the description. So always support the original creators. Anyway, let's get into it.
job as a doctor to become my wife's PA. Quinn is a spicy content creator. Quinn wears the pants in our relationship.
Well, of course, clearly.
I'm very bossy and I have very strong personality.
It's the Quinn show.
When we met, I was a dancer and Alex was a doctor. People thought of me as a gold digger.
So he fell in love in the club. Is what literally the meme. He fell in love in the club, which you're not supposed to do in the strip club.
It will never work. She's used to people throwing money at her. One of the hardest reactions that we've ever dealt with was Alex's mum.
There's a lot of work into become.
Hey, this video is moving really fast. I don't even know how to comment. I kind of understand the mom. I'm not going to even judge her for that, because I honestly don't even know what I would do in this position. I have a lot to say, but I'm trying to be open-minded. That's why I'm kind of... This is moving very fast. Anyway, let's just keep... I'm going to power through it without judging.
Becoming a doctor, so for you to kick you to the curb, I didn't see this as your future. When I met her, actually was the stuff of heart attacks.
Alex does all sorts of things for me. I see him as like my personal problem solver. Like anytime I have...
So maybe she means that like kindness or something.
a problem, I tell him my problem and he just sorts it out.
Quinn wears the pants in our relationship at the end of the day.
But sometimes Alex does make more decisions than me.
I think I make a lot of the decisions with what you want in mind.
Yeah.
We first met when Quinn was working as a dancer in a club in Melbourne.
And Alex was a customer. I met so many people through work, and to be honest, looking back on it, I realized that I was kind of subconsciously looking for someone.
I really want to say that's a cap. That's a cap. This is probably one of the hardest videos, Love Don't Judge videos I have, because I am judging so hard. But again, it's probably because of my American lens. Like, obviously, if this was America, right, this would probably play out way different. And the fact that she's already a spicy content creator is just, I don't know. Maybe he's into that. That's like his thing.
That I would eventually marry. He was really tall and attractive.
We've been together for 7 years.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect them to say 7 years. This is actually crazy. Now, okay, maybe I'm in the wrong. Maybe I shouldn't judge. This is a cute photos, by the way. I'm gonna start changing everything I was gonna say. I'm gonna start backtracking everything I was thinking. No, this is a cute photo, but 7 years, that's good, I guess. Yeah.
Married for 5.
We do get a lot of judgment for our relationship. When we met, Alex was a doctor and a lot of people thought of me as a gold digger. Imagine how many laps she went through before finding her soulmate lap. It will never work. She's used to people throwing money at her.
I never really felt jealous about other men seeing her when she was at work. I knew she was mine.
Lost all his hair from the excitement.
I did lose.
That's kind of fucked up. but that's funny.
My hair about a year into our relationship. So why serve society as a doctor where you can make bank in a spicy content industry?
That one really says it all. One of the hardest reactions that we've ever dealt with was actually from Alex's mum. She definitely didn't want us to get married. Her opinion and belief was based on, me working in the adult industry, and I can't take that back and I wouldn't want to. I'm actually really proud of my work in this industry and proud of what I've achieved.
Those opinions were already made before she even met you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the really hard thing.
But in fairness, I actually think it's kind of valid if a mother feels that way and only wants to protect her child. But at the same time, like, oh, how do I say this? I'm not going to cut this out. I'm literally, how do I say this? Not that I'm trying to not offend anybody, but I'm trying to communicate this in a way that makes sense. I think that there is some benefit to not being, I want to say, a whore online, but right, there is a benefit to being more traditional, more conservative, more not having a reputation, right, of showing your ass whole on the internet, right? There is a strategic, wholesome benefit. I'm trying so hard. I don't know why this one's so hard to not judge. Look, I just think, like, if you're a woman who wants to not show her coochie on the internet, actually, I think that's a good thing. I actually think that's a good thing. Like, I don't know. I think that you can have both. You can do either one, but you can't have both. And that's why I always, like, one of the things I notice is, like, if you watch some of the people in their early 20s now who were much more engulfed in the internet are starting to realize the mistakes they made by posting everything online. There is consequences to it. And to just simply not acknowledge it and expect people to accept it is kind of, I think it's okay for people not to accept you if you're over here showing your 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 kitty to everybody on the internet. In the same way I would, I would hope, whoever's judging me, that's the same way, right? Based on my opinions, or even if I start shaking my ass on the internet on OF because I'm getting desperate or something, like, I'm sure people would have the same standards. So I don't know. I'll do better. I'll do better.
There was nothing that could be done to change that. At the end of the day, I'm going to side with her.
Which is fine. I think it's you, but you can bridge the gap. If anything, she needs to be bridging that gap between the mother, because that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's still a relationship you want to try to maintain.
We're going to call my mum today to have a chat with her about our relationship.
I'm nervous about speaking to Alex's mum today.
Hey, Mum.
Hey, how are you guys? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Mum. How are you?
I like your hair. This is a new color.
Yeah, it's a new colour. It's my natural colour. Thank you.
Alex has gone back to nature.
I've got
He was born.
my only option. I think I was born with more hair than this, wasn't I? When you first met Quinn, what were your thoughts and what you were worried about?
Well, but I met her actually was the best thing because before.
Now, I will say this to her defense, right? Maybe this is just, I mean, okay, before I say anything, let me quickly skim how she was. Yeah, no, actually, I'm going to come to her defense. She's not like, well, I guess I don't know what she dresses like in public. But right here, it's not, she's dressed pretty wholesomely. Like, she's not over here, like, showing her almost all her tits. You know what I mean? Like, she's very, it sounds weird. I sound like a misogynist, I feel like, when I'm trying to describe it. But she doesn't, she doesn't look like the extreme that you would think of a OF creator or spicy content creator, right? She doesn't look like that. She looks pretty normal. So I do want to give her that, because when if you were to tell me that and I hadn't met the person, I would actually think of the stereotypes of how a lot of them dress in public. Because they just are shameless about it because they are a walking billboard, right? That's how they promote themselves. I've actually seen uh one of the gyms I used to go to. There was this lady who had a Tahoe, which, by the way, I don't know how much money she was making because that Tahoe wasn't great. No, not judging everybody, but it was not a great model. A car's a car. Besides the point, she had her OFs plastered all over her car, and it had a QR code you can actually scan. It's actually insane. Yeah, I never scanned it because I was like, I thought it was, I thought it was like you're gonna get a virus type deal. But I'm just saying, most of the time they're very shameless because they understand the business.
Before I met her was the stuff of heart attacks, but she speaks well, presents well, she's intelligent. This was my concerns, really.
I have a PhD, by the way.
See, like that, I didn't even know that. Which is funny because a lot of, isn't it funny? I want to throw this meme in there. You know what? I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna riff. I'm just gonna go off. Okay. Isn't it funny that like modern feminism is like just returning women back to the brothels? Isn't that crazy? If I'm the only one that thinks that's kind of, I don't want to say the word, but it's really stupid. It's very ironic.
Just want to get that out there. I actually am also a doctor. I have a PhD in medical research, which, you know, is pretty significant, but everybody likes to overlook that and just.
So maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe that's why they were connected to it. They have like some sense of attachment because they're both in the medical field. But at the same time, I'm like, how do you really know that in the strip club
Just call me a dancer.
or a
PhD
dancer?
salaries are so terribly low that she generally couldn't afford to live. So she started doing that and then found she actually preferred it to working in a lab and transitioned fully into that.
A lab salary? What? Nah, 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 nah. Oh, no. That's that, a lab salary is low. I guess this is what, Melbourne, Australia? Australia. So maybe it's different over there. But over here they make shit tons of money. I only know this because when I was in college, I contract a little bit with a biotech company. Not for all the science stuff. I was working as like a marketing consultant, and my contract was really good. So I just don't understand. And I knew people who worked there, so it's like, and I know they would make out. My contract was really good, and not only that, their contract was really good, and that was back in like 2015. So like 10 years ago. Jesus Christ.
That career once she finished her PhD.
Sorry, I just had whiplash from saying the year. Oh my god, this is gonna be a whole separate video if I don't move on. It's 10 years. Jesus Christ.
I didn't see this as your future.
Yeah.
I didn't see a business and, success, and then you giving up work and becoming an assistant.
So how did you feel when I told you that I'd stopped working as a doctor altogether?
I think that's the part to me that doesn't sit right with it, right? I think if you would have stayed as a doctor and still supported her, that still is something important. Like I still think I think that's fine, and I think that's more important than like being her like little lap dog. Now that being said, she's probably making way more this way for both of them, but I think it's important to have that safety net, and especially like not tying all your eggs in one basket, especially in the spicy industry, because that in and of itself, the highs are really high, but the lows are really low. So, whereas like a doctor is a little bit more consistent.
I mean, you're an intelligent guy. You're super smart, and you wouldn't have taken that decision lightly. So
Unless there's that song, "Thinking with my dick." I've been thinking with my dick. I can't sing the whole song. I don't want to get copy strike. But you know what I'm talking about.
it's fine. I mean, that's your path. That's what you chose to do. There's a lot of work into becoming a doctor. So,
Yeah.
well, you're both doctors, so it's
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
She's more doctor than
She's more doctor than me, yeah. I decided to quit my job as a doctor because at a certain point it just didn't make sense anymore. I was going to work and working for a wage, and it just wasn't enough to justify the time that I could have been spending helping Quinn. I was basically wasting time and money by going to work as a doctor.
So
What the wait, hold on. How do you waste money as a doctor? That doesn't. Oh my god, look at the cars they got. Got 1, 2, 3. Oh well, those two are probably the camera crew.
for about 3 years, Alex and I have been running Blue Rose Talent together, which is a management agency that helps spicy content creators, people hear that
Oh, he's a digital pimp. He is a digital pimp. He is an Andrew Tate. Okay. Here's oh man, I got some opinions here. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm gonna say this. The management agencies are a valid agency. They are real agencies that exist that do manage talent creators of a specific genre. I understand that. And they're typically not the same as traditional talent agencies because they can't, it's really hard to mix those two. But I just know there's a lot of dudes and girls who popped up around the Andrew Tate era doing this stuff, and it just gives me the bad vibes.
Alex works
Not saying they're like this, by the way. It's just something to think about.
for me, and they assume that I'm like controlling or that I mistreat him, or, you know, I've kind of forced him into this.
So Quinn bought me this car for my birthday this year, actually, top of the line. It's probably the best birthday present I've ever gotten. She definitely spoils me.
Fuck, dude. All right, anybody in my audience got money like this and want to spoil me? I'll put you in the next video. I'll put a chair right here. We can react together. Come on, come on, come. I'll become an OF creator if you out here giving me cars like this.
Quite often. Before that, I was the primary breadwinner, and suddenly she was like, oh, okay, I've actually got to do this. It's all on me now.
It was a lot more pressure.
You put a lot of work in that, and for you to kick it to the curb, I'm sure you thought about it a lot. So
I did. So how do you feel about us as a couple now, all these years later?
I think you're strong together. I think you complement each other. I think Queen needs to tolerate a lot because, you know, the easiest and simplest guy. It seems to work for you guys. I mean, this is the business you do together. Yeah, live together, work together.
I think as the video went on, I became more open-minded and cool with it. It makes a lot of sense. Not that I said I was against it, but I became more open-minded to it. The issue is, I think I just don't like that he quit his own job and saying he's costing him money, like it cost him money to do so, to work there. I think that was weird. And I just don't like. I would have to see their finance, like financially, they're making a lot of money, so maybe it is just. It's just what's the most logical decision to do, and they're both intelligent, it seems. But I don't know. I just don't like that he's sacrificing everything. But I guess they've been married for 7 years. You know what? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Because if I was in that situation, I think I would totally I would just, hey, all I got to do is just be there to help you, whatever, and you just spoil me. I think the line for me would be if she was like sleeping with other people. I would not accept that. I would not accept that. Um, Call me traditional in that sense. But yeah, I would not accept that. But I think overall, I can see how their happiness. He's a simple guy. He gets spoiled and gets taken care of, and all he has to do is just support her.
I couldn't do that. Like, it's a lot.
It is a lot. Oh, all right.
But if you don't want to show your asshole on the internet, that's also a good thing.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for the call. If you're in any way associated with the adult industry, people are always going to have things to say. No one ever takes us seriously when we say, oh, yeah, we have a business. They're like, oh, yeah, you're in the spicy content industry.
Even if it's, honestly, if it's just photos, that's fine too. Ironically, the ones that make the most money are the ones that never show nudity.
Doesn't count. As Quinn's PA, you never really know what I'm going to be doing on a given day. Some days I'm editing content, some days I'm organizing schedules, chasing things up, chasing her up to get to work and make content, which is a large part of my job.
We train every day.
I am definitely Quinn's personal trainer as well as her PA.
He's living the dream.
That is the dream, honestly.
What's your dream?
It's definitely my dream.
Not everyone's dream.
Quinn has changed my life for the better in every way. Like, I can't.
God, dude. You know what? Maybe I'm convinced. Maybe I want to live that life. So if you are a rich OF creator and you want to convince me of your ways, I'll give you a chance. But we'd have to make content out of it. We'll make it into a reality show, so that if I'm in the wrong, the audience, you guys can tell me. If not, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too vanilla. I'm too vanilla. Maybe that's what it is. I'm too traditional. Because I just want that. I want a family. I want kids and all that shit. And I just feel like this is like a huge thing that would get in the way no matter what.
Can't point to one part of my life that she hasn't made better. I just feel like my life.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, respectfully, I'd be bricked up the whole time. I'd be like, guys, turn the cameras off. We gotta get the cameras away. I can't do this. I'm bricked.
It's complete now.
He makes me so
Because she's very attractive. She's very attractive.
happy. I know that he's always there for me, and I never really have to worry about anything. We're a team, and everything we do together. He's such a sweetie.
Like that, I would be bricked. I would not be wearing those shorts. I'd be like, guys, love don't judge. You about to judge this right now. Keep the cameras rolling. No, but also, like, maybe she just got the happy ending that she deserved. Also, I think I have one of these trampolines. I think I have the same one. That surprisingly help you lose weight. But it's like you got to do it for a long ass time.
And he's a really good dad to our dogs.
What I love the most, I genuinely can't point to one thing. I love everything about her, even the things that are really annoying.
I love everything about Alex. He's just my other half. To all the haters out there, we really don't care. We're happy, we're in love, so how about mind your own business? If we're happy with each other, then who cares about the rest?
I want that so bad. I want to be happy, man. Now, this is a good video. I think this is why I love Don't Judge, because I was walking into it ready to judge, mostly because I think that's mostly because, again, it's the American stereotypes, the American idea of this, like, version of this usually plays out way differently, almost entirely differently. So I think it's just the American mindset that's really tainted my worldview. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with this? Could you sustain a relationship or a marriage like this? Am I in the wrong for judging at first and then changing my mind in the end? Should I've kept my views from the beginning? Let me know. Love y'all. Bye-bye.